So wait omnes, welcome to this video lesson. We're picking up in section 2 at line 68. So the doctor had just asked the boy to open his mouth, show his tongue. Sira then says, "Quid dicit medicus?" What is the doctor saying? Remember, she has poor ears. And then Amelia replies, "Medicus quintum os aperire atque linguam ostendere jubet." The doctor is ordering Quintus to open his mouth and to show his tongue. Right? Quintus os aperit, Quintus opens his mouth, atque medico linguam ostendit, and he shows his tongue to the doctor. We can see that in the margin. Medicus linguam eius rubram esse videt. The doctor literally sees his tongue to be red, but again, we would say sees that his tongue is red. That's the accusative infinitive construction again. The doctor says, "Lingua eius rubra est." His tongue is red. Sira then says, "Quid dicit?" What's he saying? Amelia, who's still being patient with her, says, "Dicit linguam eius rubram esse." He says his tongue, literally to be red, but we would say says that his tongue is red. Medicus etiam dentes Quintus spectat. The doctor also looks at Quintus's teeth. Et inter dentes albos unum nigram videt. And in between his white teeth, he sees one black one, meaning one black tooth. Non sanus est dens qui colorum nigrum habet. Not healthy is the teeth who has the black color. In other words, a teeth which has a tooth which has a black color isn't healthy. Medicus, the doctor says, puer dentem aegrum habet. The boy has an unwell tooth, an ill tooth. Quintus says, sed dens non dolet, but my tooth's not hurting. Ergo dens aeger non est, therefore the tooth isn't unwell, it's not ill. Pes dolet, et caput, my foot is hurting, and my head. So here's where he specifically says his head's hurting, right? So his foot's hurting, obviously from the fall, it got tweaked somehow, we're not sure. And his head's hurting, maybe he got a concussion in the fall, we're not sure. Sira then says, "Quid dicunt?" What are they saying? She still can't hear. Poor lady. Amelia says, "Medicus dicit." The doctor says, "Quintum dentem aegrum habere." Quintus to have a unwell tooth. In other words, that Quintus has a ill tooth, an unwell tooth. Et Quintus dicit, and Quintus says, "Pedem et caput dolere," that his foot and his head hurt. Non dentem, not his tooth. And Julius says, "Non dentem sed pedem modo sana, medice." Don't only heal the tooth, but also the wrong thing. Don't heal the tooth, right? Non dentem sana, don't heal the tooth. Sed pedem modo, but only the foot. Medice, doctor. Alright, medicus pedem Quintus spectat. The doctor looks at Quintus's foot, atque digitum ad pedem opponet, and he places his finger, digitum, to his foot, ad pedem. Medicus pedem eius tangit. The doctor touches his foot. Now the eius, his, that's referring back to Quintus again. It's a genitive case. Puer digitum medici in pede suo sentit. The boy feels the doctor's finger, medici is the genitive here, so that's doctor's finger, on his foot in pede suo. And then Quintus says, "Hey, pes dolet." Hey, my foot's hurting. So you could say hey or ow for A. It's an interjection showing he's upset, he's maybe in pain, right? Okay, next page. Medicus, the doctor says to Julius, ad Julium, "Tene brachium purri," hold the boy's arm. Ad Aemiliam, to Amelia, he says, "Tene poculum sub brachio," hold the cup under his arm. Ad Quintum, to Quintus he says, Claude oculos puer, close your eyes, boy. Medicus quintum oculos claudere iubet. The doctor orders Quintus to close his eyes, quod puer culturum medici temet, because the boy is afraid of, or fears, the doctor's knife. We can see the culter, new word, in the margin. Culter is a knife. Cutlery is related to that. Ecce medicus cultrum ad brachium puria ponet. Look, the doctor places a knife onto the boy's arm. Perterritus Quintus cultrum medici sentit in brachio. Frightened Quintus senses the doctor's knife on his arm. Or perhaps, if you wish, in his arm, because he is cutting into it after all. Nec oculos aperire audet, nor does he dare to open his eyes. Capilli horrent, his hairs stand on end. Now I want to point out something about this verb, horreo horrere. Of course, it's related to horrible and horrify in English. Horreo horrere. This verb, it can mean to be frightened, okay? So horreo, I am scared, I'm horrified. But if it refers to like hairs or maybe like your neck or something like that, it means, that prickly feeling, okay? So like horridus in Latin, the adjective, can actually mean something like shaggy. So if you ever heard the expression, your hairs stand on end, right? So, or you've got that prickly feeling, sometimes maybe when you're anxious or scared, that's what we're talking about here. So capilli horrent, his hairs are standing on end. In other words, they're pricked up, right? Cor palpitat, his heart is beating fast, palpitating. Medicus venam aperit, the doctor opens a vein. Ruber sanguis de brachio in poculum fluit. Red blood flows out of the arm or down from the arm into the cup. Quintus sanguinem de brachio fluere sentit atque horret. Quintus feels or senses the blood, literally to flow from the arm, but we could just say senses the blood flowing from the arm, and he is shivering. Okay, so horret, we could say he's shivering, or we could say he's afraid. I wanna say shiver here. So again, horreo, horrere, this verb has a lot of different meanings, but it's really about the physical response that happens to you when you're freaking out, right? Your hair's down on end, you shiver, and you feel afraid. Front et genae albae sunt. The forehead and the cheeks are white, or his forehead and cheeks are white, ut lilia, like lilies. This is because, of course, the blood flows to your arms and your legs for the flight response or the fight response when you get frightened like this, right? Medicus purrum oculos aperire iubet. The doctor orders the boy to open his eyes. Apere oculos puer. Open your eyes, boy. Neque Quintus oculos aperit. Nor does Quintus open his eyes. Puer quietus super lectum jacet ut mortus. The boy lies quiet or still on top of the bed as a dead person. Ut mortus. Sira says, Cur Quintus oculos non aperit, o Dei boni, puer mortus est. Why is Quintus not opening his eyes? Oh, good gods, the boy is dead. Alright, so let's stop there at line 106 for this video lesson, and we will finish this story up in our final video lesson next time. Valete!